you know Lance and Lacey, and so they've always got something that they want you to watch or whatever, and they want to watch it with you and then talk about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they like watching a movie and then having a discussion.
That's cool.
We should do, first of all,
I like watching half a movie and falling asleep, but go ahead.
We should do that specific thing more often. Like I actually thought to myself,
like a book club, but for movies.
Yeah, but like it's got to be a movie that's thought provoking, and usually, I mean, there are fictional movies, like narrative movies that kind of maybe scratch that itch.
The new Jackass is coming out.
But it's really documentaries that kind of get you thinking a little bit more, things that are a little bit outside the box. So we've talked about this, talked about it on the Mythical Society AMA recently, but they have been saying you got to watch Bo Burnham's Inside, right? And I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna wait to watch it with you guys at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And now, secretly, as I said in the AMA yesterday, I always have a little bit of a hesitation to watch something from someone who is kind of doing a similar thing to us, but in my estimation, doing it better, right? Like I just think that Bo Burnham is so talented, and I think he's so funny and so original and innovative. And and so it's
not that he's actually doing a similar thing, but he started on YouTube.
Well,
he was musical comedy.
I'm saying his approach to comedy and the fact that he's a musical comedian, and also the fact that a lot of people are like, people have been talking about how our music sounds similar in some ways, but I was like, I don't really want to watch it because I know it's gonna just give me this like artistic angst and frustration that I get sometimes when I see somebody do something really, really well, and I'm like, I want to be able to do something like that. I want to be able to do something with that kind of impact, right? Right or wrong, or whether or not this is based in any reality, or if it's just a delusion, it's a problem for me to be able to just sit back and free myself up to enjoy something,
I totally get it. I mean, that's why I had not watched it. Like Lily watched it, and we were gonna watch it together, but then when she watched it alone, that drastically decreased the chances of me watching it, because like, watching it with her was gonna put me over the edge to overcome what you're describing.
Well, we watched it, and it was therapeutic for me to tell Lance and Lacey right up front because they completely understood. I was like, my hesitation to watch this is what I just described, is like, I know how it's gonna make me feel because I know I'm gonna like it and think it's great. And then I'm gonna start thinking about, well, why haven't we done something like that, right? Like that's what it's gonna do to me. And so I just have to prepare myself going in.
Yeah.
But acknowledging that and kind of speaking it before it happened kind of freed me up to be like, to put myself in the observer seat and to observe myself watching it, but also to be able to enjoy it. And I did, I really, and you've watched it now. We're not gonna spend a lot of time talking about why Inside is great, but I mean it is in my estimation.
It is great, but it does help with the way that we would process it to know that he experienced such a torturous experience himself that I'm not envious of.
Right, yeah. So, but then we had what ended up being also a very therapeutic conversation as and Lance and Lacey as well. We were kind of like just talking about what it made us think about, and spent quite a lot of time kind of talking about like the way it made us feel about somebody doing something like that, because they in the same way have like these aspirations for things they're trying to do, and so that was awesome.